Ever since Jesus was born into this world, he had been working to bring God's will on earth. Jesus lived on earth to show how God loved men. Jesus was the Son of God, and he was willing to sacrifice his own life to show this love. Over his lifetime, Jesus performed several miracles to help people who were suffering and in pain. Jesus never did this to show off or get attention. He performed these miracles so that people would believe in him and be happy in life by helping one another. This was the message that Jesus tried to pass on to us. Here are the miracles that Jesus performed. By the time Jesus was young, he was very popular among people. He was known to help people in need, and his selfless acts earned the love and respect of the people of the land. One day, Jesus and his mother, Mary, were invited to a wedding in the village of Canaan. It was a grand wedding with hundreds of guests. There was music and dancing. Everybody came to bless the newly married couple and wished them a good life. There was a grand feast for everybody. Wine was served at the wedding, as this was the custom during that time. During the wedding, the host discovered that there was no more wine to serve to the guests.
What is this? The wine is over? Oh my God! This is terrible! What will I do now? We have more guests coming in now. What will I give them?
What happened? Why are you looking so sad?
The wine, it's over. We have no more wine to give our guests.
Oh my God, that's terrible. What will we do now?
I don't know.
What happened? Why are you crying, Anna?
I don't know what to tell you, Mary. All the wine we had got over. What are we going to tell our guests now? What will we do?
Don't worry, Anna. Everything will be fine. Let me talk to my son, Jesus. He can help you. You must help them. They are in distress and don't know what to do.
Mother, how can we help them? We did not do anything. This is their problem.
I don't care about that. You can help them, and so you must.
Very well, Mother. Let me see what I can do. Mary calls Ephraim and Anna to where she was standing and talks to them.
Do whatever Jesus tells you to do. Everything will be taken care of.
Very well, Mary. Thank you.
Take these empty jars and fill them with water, then cover them with lids. Ephraim looks surprised at first, but then continues to fill the wine jars with water. Jesus then walked to the jars and blessed them. Ephraim, now open the lids and check the jars. Ephraim opens the lid of jars and to his amazement finds the jars filled to the brim with wine.
This is unbelievable. Jesus, how is this possible? This is a miracle. Thank you, my Lord. You truly are the Son of God.
Go in peace, Ephraim. All the guests at the wedding were amazed at this miracle and understood that Jesus was indeed loved by God. This is the story of a woman who was healed of a painful disease by her faith in Jesus. One day, Jesus was traveling through a town with his followers. There was a woman in the town who had been suffering from a painful disease for years. She had tried to get help from many physicians from all over the country, but even after trying for so many years, the pain did not go away. It had only gotten worse. One day, the woman saw a man walking through the town with a huge crowd following behind him. The woman walked closer to get a better look and then asked a passerby who he was.
Who is that?
That is Jesus, the Son of God. He is traveling through this town with his disciples.
Oh, is that Jesus? He must be able to help me.
Heal you? That is impossible. You are an impure woman. Do not go near him.
She thought if she could meet Jesus, he would help her. So the woman headed towards Jesus to get his blessing. But she could not make her way through the crowd.
If I could at least touch his robe, I would be healed.
Finally, after struggling for a long time, she managed to get near Jesus. She reached out her hand and touched Jesus' robe from behind. Immediately, she felt the pain disappear. Jesus stopped walking and turned around, looking at the crowd. "Who touched me now?"
Master, there are so many people behind you. They are pushing forward to meet you. Somebody must have touched you accidentally.
Jesus looked at the disciple and smiled at him, and then turned back to the crowd. "Tell me, who amongst you touched me?" The sick woman came forward and knelt down at Jesus' feet, crying.
My Lord, I have touched you. I have been suffering from a dreadful disease for several years. I have known nothing but pain. But now, when I touched your robe, all my pain is gone. I am free.
"Get up, woman. When you touched me, I felt my power go out of me for a moment. Your faith has healed you. Go in peace now." One day, Jesus was speaking to a crowd of people when suddenly a man approached him and fell at his feet. The man was Jairus. He was a very respected man of the synagogue.
"My Lord, my daughter is very ill. She will die at any moment. Please place your hand on her head so she will live."
Jesus was moved by the request of Jairus, so he went with him. As they approached the house, one of Jesus' followers came from the house.
"Jairus, your daughter is dead. Please leave Jesus alone now. There is nothing he can do."
Jairus was stunned to hear these words. He felt silent for a minute and then began to shout the name of his daughter loudly. "Jairus, do not be afraid. Hold on to your belief." Jesus then turned to his disciples and summoned some of them. "Peter, James, John, follow me into the house now." When Jesus stepped into Jairus' house, he saw everybody was crying loudly in the room. The girl lay without life on the floor on a white cloth. "Stay calm, everybody. This girl is not dead. She is just sleeping." Some of the wise old men who had come to visit the house made fun of Jesus when he said this. "I want everybody to step out of the house. Only the girl's parents, Peter, James, and John, may step into the room." Jesus then sat down next to the girl and stroked her head, praying silently for a minute. He then called to the girl, "Wake up, child. Wake up now from your sleep." To the joy and amazement of everybody in the room, the girl got up and walked into her mother's arms. Jesus then turned around to the others in the room and addressed them. "I don't want anyone here to speak to anyone else of what has happened in this room. Give this child something to eat."